Hello, and welcome back to Minecraft. Last episode, I worked on this little hill here. I mean, it looks pretty good, I would say, and I also, as you can see, laid down some blocks, some markers, where I would like a river to go. So that's what we'll work on today. But before we can do this, there's something I'm slightly, concerned about. It's my farms. I'm concerned that they're all, running while I'm doing this. Now the bamboo farm isn't running. It says turned off. I'm also concerned about all these path blocks, but I mean, I guess we'll figure those ones out. Bamboo farm is turned off, as we can see, but for example, the sugarcane farm is not. I mean, it also looks like it was running not too long ago. What time is it? Yeah, probably harvested. So this is on right now, but the real problem was, and I'm saying was, because I already fixed it, was that a lot of farms didn't have an off switch yet, so I'll just show you. I did install some off switches in some other farms down here. So for one, we have over here the iron farm, which I don't know if this is working right now. Because, the villagers have to sleep one night. Then they can spawn a golem, so we'll see if this works right now or not. I mean, it should work. Unless, something happened to the villagers down here. Like them all being dead. How did that happen? That's a little weird. How did that happen? How did this guy manage to hit them? Is there something broken here? Is there something broken here? And they can't go on here because they're too tall. So it can only ever be here. The zombie can't hit them if they're here. So I genuinely do not know how they disappeared. I do not know how they disappeared on me. But they did. And he's killing me, kind of. They did disappear, didn't they? Well, okay, I mean, I guess we'll have to fix that. I'm genuinely still so confused. How? How? How did that happen? I'm just very confused. Okay. Fine. Fine by me. Well, this is awkward. This used to be stone. This is andesite now. Okay. I mean, that's a little strange. I mean, they're all still here at the very least. Okay. So I guess the iron farm was more permanently turned off than I would have liked. Now we have to get some villagers in there. That's gonna be annoying. Okay, so where's this? So here, we just have to throw him down this hole here. It's not that hard, I suppose. Anyway, yeah, I mean, gunpowder farm doesn't really need an off switch. Sugarcane farm has one. Bamboo farm is turned off at the moment because we have a couple stacks of bamboo. Iron farm also has an off switch now, since it's broken. Wheat farm doesn't really need one. This has an off switch. Honey has an off switch. Honeycomb has an off switch. This one didn't have an off switch. The pumpkin and, you know, melon farms didn't have one. And, you know, my first idea was to just have all the pistons pushed down so nothing can grow. But first of all, that looked ugly. Second of all, also broke the grass if the pistons were extended. So now I just have a light switch. And I have tinted glass here instead. So that means no light can get inside of here. And if there's no light, they don't grow. I think that's a more elegant off switch. Now it should grow again very soon. There we go. Yeah, so I think that's pretty nice. Now I just have to fix the villager thing somehow. It's gonna be great. Maybe we have enough villagers at least. Okay, so how are we gonna do this? Let's just put a block here for now. Let's just order one villager for now. I'm just very curious how we lost these villagers. You know, that's like my main concern. How did we lose them? I just don't know. I mean, we have a lot of rails, so it's not really a problem. We might... Well, we have blocks in our inventory. Okay. So... Next step is getting this guy into a minecart. Well, not really like this. And we just cut him away. Right. We do have redstone here. Kind of redstone everywhere. Okay. Go in the minecart, Mr. Villager. That's not the villager. That was me. This should work if we just do this. There we go. Good. And now we just want to get him over here. Now where do we have redstone here? Not here. You're too quick. Too quick, villager. Friendly little villager, you're a bit quick. Okay. We just want you in here. Now the only issue is... Okay. Corners are usually a bit bad for villagers. Okay. So we want him on here. And we wanna break this so he falls down there. And then we just have to get the minecart back, I suppose. So I don't really have to do all this. Just have to do this. Okay. Now let's see if this works as well as I think it should. It will, it must. Because I have no clue how they died. I can be so honest with you. I mean, I guess they were just unlucky. And down you go. Okay. Now I just have to break the minecart. Okay. Now if you're this, like, he cannot attack us. That's good. But how did you die then? Is my question. Only way you could die is if a zombie was standing here. If you saw if a zombie was getting up close and personal with you. For that, a zombie would have to spawn in here, and there's light everywhere. So I don't know how that would happen. And now I, as the player, can just Can just walk out of here. Hopefully. Like so. Just have to get away from the zombie. Okay. Yeah, now we do this again. I suppose. So I'll do it 2 more times and then we're good. You know, and then the farm should be functional again. And then I'll be back with the main attraction for today, which is doing something. With the river, with water like this, flowing water. Well, probably not flowing water. You get the idea. River stuff, building a river. That's today's main content, actually. Not fixing my broken iron farm. I don't know how it broke, man. If anybody has guesses how this iron farm broke, let me know. Why are all my villagers dead? In there, that's not supposed to happen. You know, it's not really supposed to happen. I think it's actually easier to break the minecart here than to just break the block. You know? Yeah, I mean, that's actually a lot easier. Okay, good. Now I'll get the last guy and then I'll be back. Okay, so I fixed the iron farm. Now we have iron golems. And to turn it off, we just press this, I think. This should work. And then if the next one, when the next one spawns, it should be very soon. It should be very soon. It should be soon. Then he will spawn, but he won't die, which is good. So we don't want him to die. Let me check on the villagers. I'm kind of paranoid now. Am I blind or is this only 2 guys? Why are they so no? Is it 3 guys? It's 3 guys. Okay, that's good. So why don't we have a zombie? A golem. Oh, we do have a golem. Okay, good. You have a golem. Now the golem will not die. We'll just stand here. And since he's standing here and the villagers are very close, they can still have him in their presence, you know, in the area of detection. I think it's still enough, right? If that's like 1, it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Maybe he's outside already. But there shouldn't be a second one, I don't think, that spawns. Otherwise my thing is not working anyway, and then he dies again if we turn this on. Okay. But now, for today's... Let me put away the minecart. For today's main course, we shall move a level higher to the surface, where we want to build a river. And we have it laid out, kind of, a little bit. So we'll start up here, kind of, with a little spring. Is my plan, my idea, a little mountain spring. So we'll have to figure out where to do that. I thought here, right? Kinda. Maybe we can flatten this out a little. If we flatten this out a bit more. Move this back a bit. be a nice little spring area here. Flatten this out a bit further. Oh, maybe remove this a bit. Now a spring, you will have a bit of a steeper cliffside. Maybe, I think. That can work. Here we have a bit of a steep cliffside and here we have a little spring. Now we'll probably cut this back as well a bit. So we have a bit of a circular shape to it. This should work pretty well, I think. Oh, just one block too many. This one's a bit tall though, we can't cut that one down that quickly. Okay. So something like this, maybe? You know? We can change the mountain up a bit. Here, you know? Doesn't have to be quite as steep of a cliff, maybe. We'll see something like this. So here we'll put a bit of a spring in the ground. Roughly like maybe something like this size. Looks maybe good. You know, maybe something along this size. Could look good, I think. That's a sword, not a pickaxe. Gonna take a while. Yeah, something like that. We can even extend this a bit here. Maybe. So it's not quite as steep here. Something like that. Okay. So here'll be the spring. It'll flow down this way, kinda roughly. You know, we'll figure out how deep we want this to be. So this will be like a little stream going down the mountain, maybe like 2 blocks wide or something like that. Not too big. And then here we'll have, I mean, I initially thought the little pond. But then how does a little stream like this going into a pond make a nice wide river here? That doesn't make a lot of sense now, does it? So my next plan is to have a second little spring here. So we'll have another spring here. You know, we'll kind of have to fill this hole in the back, probably. Unless we also include this. Make a big spring here. I mean, that could work. Now if we kind of do this, have a pretty deep one. Then that is also opening up into here. Then instead of a little pond here, we'll just kind of let them float together here. Maybe that can also work. This will come down like this. Up to like here, maybe. This one. Probably come up to here. And then this one also flow like up to here. And then we can have a bit of a fork, if you will. You know, so this one comes from here, this one comes from here. We combine like roughly here somewhere. They combine. Okay, I mean, that can work. Okay. Then we go from here in between these 2 hills we have. So we have to get rid of this one. Obviously, I can smooth this out a little bit. Like so. Okay. I mean, it can curve. Rivers do curve. So that's not a problem. So I can curve this way a bit and then curve this way a bit. So let's add some character to the whole thing, which is nice. Okay, now what we have to think of next is how wide we want the river to be. So, I mean, I thought 4 blocks at least. So that's 4 blocks, that's like nothing. Maybe do like 5 blocks. We can't do this like 7, right? That's maybe a bit much. Maybe 6 blocks wide. 6 blocks wide could be good, I think. How wide are we down here? Are we 1, 2, 3, 4? I mean, this is kind of 6 blocks wide. This is kind of 6 blocks wide, which is pretty good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That's one too many. This would be 6 blocks wide. But if you want 1, then it would be here. Sorry. 3, 4, 5, 6. It would be like this, then here. Okay. Then here we have to turn, which means we need some floor, probably. Okay, but then when we are at what level? We're at this level so far. We just don't want the river to flow uphill, so this kind of has to go. Is already a problem. You know, because rivers are kind of bad at flowing uphill. Maybe they do it sometimes, I'm not a river expert. But I'd say generally it's a bit uncommon for them to do it in such a setting. You know, so we kind of want to keep them on the same level or down. Down is fine, like we can always flow down. It's not an issue at all for a river. Okay, so if we want to be 6 blocks wide, we do have to cut down this like quite significantly actually. We have to be like here with the top of the river. On this level, I mean, I'll just mark it down. Roughly where we might put the middle of the river. You know? Like, we're gonna have to cut down a lot. Maybe not the torches, those are kind of useful. I mean, there's quite some terrain to be destroyed for this. We missed the turn, and then we want to kind of turn this way. Then flow down here. Okay. We could make it less wide. Then it would have to be deeper to, you know, transport roughly the same amount of water. Maybe we can make this a little steeper. I already said that. Now we can just add this onto here. Add this here. Make this just a little bit ever so slightly steeper. It can already help with making the river go through here. And then we can just have the river go more this way. And, you know, cut this down quite a bit, you know, because this we have a lot of space. So we can just start the hill like here, roughly. And get rid of all of this. Just have the river go a bit further to this side. So what it would also include removing this here everything probably. So, you know, this is just rough right now. Rough ideas. Okay, but we kind of close here. That's roughly 6 wide. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we would want to get rid of a lot of this. Or if we start there, We kind of want to keep this mostly, and we would have to move further this way. Still, we do this. Maybe. Maybe even this. And this is then on this level still, you know? Probably. That can probably work. And can we still make this a bit steeper? Oh, we have a lot of space to make this steeper still here and here. Okay, yeah. Can make this a bit steeper here. And I mean, then we can just put a little bridge over here if we want to. That should be nice. Okay, so this will get cut down up to like here, probably. All of this up to like here probably has to go. Another torch gone, which is kind of unfortunate. Okay, so that's good for the planning. This will go in between these two lines, probably. Great. And then we kind of maybe want to extend, turn this way a bit, though. Or you do a little underwater dive thing. We'll see. So we can connect this up to the river. So if we want to have this included, we go a bit further this way. Then start going down here. Okay, and then here is where we go a bit down and down and down and down constantly. But we do have a lot of space here, which is good for us. Okay. Then we can kind of flow this way into the ocean with a creeper in my face. Of course. There's probably also one behind me already sneaking up on me trying to kill me. Okay, now. Then we go into this, which I always call the ocean. I think this is also just the river and the ocean is this way. Actually. So, you know. Whatever. Oh god, my god. Good thing this is not an FPS game. I would be getting flamed like crazy right now. Anyway. We'll go here then. So here we need about 6 wide. Like 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. And we kind of connect that up a bit to this here. You know, I mean 6 will be more like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This kind of roughly, you know, and then we just connect up to the river. Okay, next question, how deep is the river going to be? That's also an excellent question. Now, since I maybe want the water wheel, we're still thinking about the water wheel. Especially thinking about where the hell do we add the water wheel? Right? Maybe we can add it here. This is a pretty straight section. If we get rid of most of this hill, flatten this out a bit, maybe we can put the middle here with the water wheel instead of the bridge. Or maybe we put the bridge like halfway up this thing. Maybe bridge starts, maybe it's like a tiny bridge here that only goes over the river, and then we can put the water wheel here. The middle here, the water wheel here. Before it turns, if we extend it a bit further this way, the river, it flows. Yeah, that could work. So water wheel here maybe. Yeah, like I said, next question. Did I say that? I said that, right? Is how deep is the river going to be? So if width about this wide. Yeah, this would be 1 water here. Make it 2, and we could make it 3 deep. Go like this. If you put a water wheel, I think having at least 2 deep here is good. We can do 3 deep pretty easily. Why do I hear a zombie? Is this a zombie? Oh, this guy's moving on with the spear. I haven't really seen those in the wild yet, if I can be so honest. Not seen them in the wild like this. Anyway, that's the plan. I guess I'll start digging. And hopefully I can get a nice river shape going. I hope. I've never made a river in Minecraft. We'll see how it works out, I suppose. I'll see you with hopefully somewhat dug out riverbed. You know, at least you know, the straight sections. Like, you know, this one. And this one. I'll try to get somewhat done. Then we'll see if I like them. And how I connect them to the not so straight sections. Yes, let's do that. Now let's see how the river is coming along. So I started here, which is going to be like the main part of the river. I already dug out quite a bit. And I mean, back here I haven't started yet. This will be like smaller streams leading into, or, you know, flowing together to form the river. Now this is actually one block deeper than it needs to be. We'll like put some gravel or sand or mud or maybe even clay in here. And then the water will go like so, roughly. And then we have some dips. We go down one block here. We'll see how that looks once we have water in here. We have some curves. We have a big one here. The river bends. It's also a bit wider. Maybe we'll make it shallower here where it bends. Not sure yet. Then we come to this section. I've already dug out quite a bit in between these two hills. And first I thought I wanted the water level to be here. I think it makes sense. So that would be the same level as it's over here. I think it makes sense if here we also dip down one block like this. So that makes a bit more sense, you know, why the water is going this way and not, let's say, this way. It goes this way because it's going down hill here. So that makes sense, which means we will have to adjust this hill a little bit, which shouldn't be too bad because I built that one. This is hollow. And we hear a zombie here somewhere, so this is a hollow hill, as you can see. We have a zombie in here somewhere, but I don't know where. It's not in here, because this is mostly lit up. In here? I don't know where the zombie would be. So yeah, this hill we can easily modify, because I built it. And this hill has to go, which is like a bigger task, because it's, you know, solid, as you can see. We also have to get rid of this stone here. It's like it's underneath here somewhere. Maybe there's a little cave there. Okay, we'll find out. So we'll dig this all away. It could also be under here, where it made the riverbed, you know. Where was the hole here? There was a big hole here somewhere. Am I tripping? Where did the hole go? Anyway, there's a hole here somewhere. Trust me. But didn't I see that? It's under here. That's where the big hole is. It's not. Damn, I'm that good at making terrain that I can't even tell anymore which one I made. I mean, I clearly made this straight wall here. Quite clearly. I also thought there was a hole here somewhere. Whatever, we'll find the zombie eventually. So where was I going with this? Yes, since I have to remove a lot of stones still, and as you can see, it's pretty quick, but it does take a while. I think it is a good time investment to get a beacon. There's also water somewhere flowing. And to get a beacon, what do you need to get? Well, you need to get a wither. And wither does rhyme with river. I think it does, right? Wither, river, river, wither, wither, river, river, wither, maybe. I think it rhymes. So we can fit it in the same episode quite easily. So let's see oops, to get a wither, we first need some wither skeleton skulls. And I think I have, well, I at least have one. I'm sure about that. Just don't know how many I have. Let's get rid of some stuff first, though. Or we get the wither skeleton skulls. Should be in the valuable chest. With one. 2 to go. I mean, it's not that bad. Could have been worse. Could have been worse. You just leave. Okay. And sure, we put you in. It's my mushroom chest, right? I mean, it is. So is this one. Well, we'll have to go about, think about the ordering here anyway. Okay. So now we got some wither skeletons, I suppose. Do I want my thing on for this? Chestplate? Nah. It's just wither skeletons. Let's not be ridiculous. Okay, so it should be easy. We have a sharpness 5, looting 3 sword with the power 5 bow. We could even put on the shield, though I kinda don't like the shield. It's kinda claustrophobic if you have a tool and the shield. Both, Anyway, let's go to the nether. It should be easy. Should be easy if I remember where the fortress is. It's this way. Okay, let's go there. There it is. Okay, I mean, we've got blazes, which we don't want right now. So, I don't know why I'm even attacking them. It's smart to just go inside somewhere. Like here. And then see if we can... We already have the bars here. We already have the safety precautions installed, almost as if I played on this world already. I mean, the hardest part is finding them. Oh. Well, they just spawned right in for me. Isn't that nice of them? Oh, don't fall into the lava, my guy. It's always a bad idea. Where are they? Like over there. That's kind of unfortunate. What are you doing down there? Oh, they don't burn. I forgot about that. So all we actually need to do here is build him a little path. Right? So he can get to me. Go up there, he can go up there, he can go up here, 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 here. Here. Aha. Second one. One more to go. It was pretty easy, actually. 3 skulls will tune my inventory. And 1 at home. By the way, where's home? Home is... Let me see here. This way. I think. We just have to find the bridge. That's the bridge. That's the tower. Beautiful. No, just... Okay. We're live. Okay, now we just have to turn these 3 skulls into 1 wither first, and then 1 star. 1 nether star. Make the beacon, which should be pretty easy, I mean. I don't really care about the boss fight, if I can be so honest. So I'll, you know, just cheese them, as is a tradition. We'll just cheese the wither. We're just here for the star, we're not really here for the fight. It's thundering in the game. So let's take a nap. And let's go to the wither killing really quickly. Be done in a couple seconds. And just like that, you have a, you know, fully functioning beacon. It's pretty easy. And now, with this in equipment, this here should be a lot easier. And a lot quicker, as you can already see. So now I'll just get rid of a good amount of this here hill. And dig down this riverbed a little bit, this here. So let's not dig it too far. We have to go back here and check how far down we want this to go. Yes, so we want it to be here, roughly. This should be easy enough now. Just like this. And, you know, that's what we'll do. That's what I'll do. Very quickly, apparently. Well, I mean, the coal still takes a while, but that's fine. Yeah, so it should be a lot easier now with the beacon. I'll shape out the river a bit more. Then we'll see what we do next. So, I used my newfound beacon powers, and I dug out everything here, so this is where the water will flow eventually. As I've already said, and then up here I also moved back this hill quite a bit. Now we'll see where we put the building. It might have to go even further back. Which it can, I suppose. So we'll put some kind of mill here with a water wheel. Then this was also moved back slightly. And I think I have to get rid of this chunk here, which I want to do anyway. Because this is where we have the well currently. So we'll, you know, get rid of that. I don't know how many blocks down we have to go, like a lot probably. Probably at least up to here, I would imagine. Might wanna get rid of all of this. But we'll see. Was that never filled out water? Well, that's my mistake, I suppose. That's fine though, it's good actually. It's actually good, I'll tell myself. That means we have an easier time digging into here. Good, yeah, because then we'll just connect this riverbed up to here. So this would be roughly here. Okay, yeah, that works pretty well. Then we can swim in here through the river. Okay. And then I also... we put in some... Yes, up. I also dug out a little bit here. Where the river will then flow into this. Which I think is also a river, technically. But a big river connected to the ocean this way, and probably this way as well. So that's the plan. Is to, you know, make all this section of the river look better. You know, I mean, this is dug out as I wanted. But this section is a bit rough still. This one here. And I have not yet done this section that goes down the mountain here either. So, you know, this will just also kind of flow down the mountain in some fashion. That looks good, hopefully. Just roughly do a little bit. Something like this. This can be fairly small, I would say. Then it will flow into here eventually. Then from here, we'll also have a little section flow out here. Then this is where they connect up, roughly, and form this river here. Something like that, maybe. We'll see. Roughly something like this. We'll refine it. I'll refine it maybe until next episode. We'll see. What I really need to refine is my tools, though. They're kind of dying. So I'll fix those up. Probably do some slight refinement here. And here, and get rid of this hill, obviously. This is not needed anymore. So we can probably get rid of this, like up to here, maybe, I would guess. Get rid of this one, so we can, yeah, make this look nicer. So I'll do all that until next episode, which means we're at the end, actually, of this one. So I hope you enjoyed this. I've personally never built the river in Minecraft. I mean, I still haven't, I suppose. I mean, I like this. This is almost a bit too straight, this section here. For my liking, you know, I mean, we can just, you know, move it one block this way here, for example. It's pretty simple. Then move it a couple blocks more this way, you know, just so it's not as straight. You know, I mean, we can do that pretty easily. I'll think about it. Like I said, I'll refine it a little bit. The river layout. The next episode we can focus on actually turning it into a proper river. Yes. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this, which was just kind of me digging around a lot. I mean, I guess we did beat the wither also in like couple seconds, though. Didn't take that long. And set up the beacon, but it was mostly digging, I suppose, and planning also, kind of. So if you enjoyed the kind of stuff, then thanks. Then thanks for, you know, enjoying it, I suppose. And I'll see you in the next episode. Goodbye.